Camilla, today I'm going to be bringing some of my coworkers home. So can you make sure to have the liquor and the snacks out for us when we get there?
What? Today? This morning I told you I wasn't feeling all too well, right?
You did, but you should be feeling better now that it's getting into the afternoon, right?
It's not gotten any better, though. Compared to this morning, my fever has only gone up in temperature.
Did you take any medicine for it?
I have.
Then you'll be fine. That fever will be gone by tonight.
You don't know about that yet? Jared, please. Can you please ask your coworkers to come over to the house another day?
They already said they can come over today, so there's no going back now. If I told them now that they can't come over, they might stop trusting me.
But if you bring all of them over to hang out here tonight, I'm not going to be able to take care of you all when I'm feeling this badly. At the very least, can you have them over tomorrow night?
I've already made up my mind about this. I have some younger guys who just joined the company coming as well, and they are looking forward to your cooking. A lot of them don't have a wife yet, so they are really looking forward to what one can do in the kitchen. It is times like these where I need to show them what it's like being a husband, and what they all have to look forward to, right?
If I were feeling a lot better than this, then I wouldn't mind you having them over at all, but today is really not going to work for me. So please change the date they come over. At this point in time, I can't even go to the grocery store to pick anything up.
Just have everything delivered to you or something. There are all kinds of services now that deliver your groceries to you. And then you and my papa can make dinner for everyone together.
The reason I'm asking you to change your plans to another day is because I can't do that.
Are you really planning on disappointing me once again? A little while before I called saying that I'd be bringing everyone over, but you were already asleep, right? I really have no use for you anymore.
Well, you never told me that day that you'd all want to come back home so late at night. Also, this time is a completely different situation. My health isn't all too great right now, so there's nothing we can do about it besides letting me rest.
Let you rest? It's not my fault that you're sick. Listen to this, Camilla. Who do you think's the one that provides everything for you? You get to eat whatever you want, right? I provide for you so that you can be helpful at times like these.
But today is just not happening. I am asking you to please just change your plans for me. I want to relax for the day.
Then first start by apologizing to me for not taking care of your health and for not being able to help your husband.
Huh? Are you that upset with me over this? Everyone has days where they come down with something, no matter how much they care for their health.
It's going to be your fault that my plans with my coworkers have to be canceled now, right? So you should apologize for that. Don't you feel bad for what you've done? What? Do you seriously think that I've done something wrong?
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are.
I'm sorry for not caring for my health well enough and not being able to help you out today.
Had you started off by apologizing to me like that, then we would have never had to argue about this. I'm sure you were aware of that. Could this mean that you wanted to upset me?
Of course I didn't want to upset you, Jared.
Then you listen to me and do what I say. You really are wasting my time and effort. If you don't want things to get worse, you stop acting like a selfish child, understand me?
Do you really think I'm that bad of a wife?
You're going to ask me that? I have all the proof in the world showing how useless you are. I want you to stop it with all this talking back and only reply yes or no to me. I'm getting really fed up with being married to someone as ungrateful and stupid as you are. You better not disappoint me any more than you already have today.
Jared, when are you coming home tonight? I plan on making dinner for you tonight.
That has nothing to do with you.
Are you still upset with me?
I still haven't got any apologies from you.
What do you mean, apology from me? Do you think I've been causing that many problems for you?
Of course I do. You already messed up once by making me cancel my plans to have a small gathering at the house with my coworkers. But then the next day you ended up having the freaking flu.
I didn't want to get sick with the flu, though.
Then you should have gone straight to the hospital that day to have them cure you.
Back then, I thought I just had a cold of sorts.
You're always making up such stupid excuses like that, huh? Do you not have any ability to learn in that head of yours?
I am not making excuses.
This is a freaking excuse. Always getting in the way of my life like that. You should be more mindful of your husband's life and make sure not to screw it up all the time.
Jared, I didn't marry you with the intent of pissing you off all the time, all right?
So you just married me with the intent of wanting to get in my way.
You know better than to ask me that.
You never seem to learn from anything I tell you. Do you need to go see a doctor for that? You suck at remembering things I tell you. And when it comes to chores around the house, you never get them done the way I want them done. Yet you still think you can get away with not apologizing to me after all I've done for you?
You think I have to thank you all the time for being the one to marry me?
Who is the one in this relationship bringing in the money? I have to work every freaking day to do that for us.
I am thankful that you're always working for our sakes. But to me, being married means that we both think of one another as equals. We shouldn't be asking for thanks from one another for getting married. I married you because I love you, and I thought you felt the same for me. What did you marry me for?
Listen, I'm not saying that I don't love you. You really just love to change the conversation on me all the time. I am not talking about the love of this marriage.
But you are always the one that never wants to talk to me about things like this, and I think it's time we do. So far, things have always been about me being at fault for everything. And until I come up and apologize to you for something I don't quite understand, you act like a total jerk to me. Like you don't even love me.
I'm only upset about the fact that you can never do anything. And you should be apologizing to me all the time because you're always at fault. But when I confront you about that, you're always quick to have an excuse for it. All you have to do is apologize for all the wrongs you've done to me. Then things would never end up this way.
I do feel like there are some things I've been doing wrong. But I'm not the only one that's been making mistakes.
I'm getting really pissed off right now. You still seem to think others are at fault as well, huh? I'm going to stop handing you any money from groceries and things like that.
What? I think you are being way too oppressive now.
Then apologize to me. Tell me you're sorry for back-talking to me. When I get home today, I want you on your hands and knees apologizing to me.
Why do I have to do that?
Because you still don't understand the position that you're in. Until you come and apologize to me properly, you're not getting any money from me. I hope you're prepared for a life without my help.
Jared, can you make sure to come right home after work today?
Huh? Why do I have to listen to what you want from me?
I have something very important to talk to you about.
If you're going to be apologizing to me, then I'll come and listen. I'll be home right after work, and you'd better be in the entrance to the house on your hands and knees waiting for me.
I'm not apologizing to you anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I want to get a divorce, please.
A divorce? You want a divorce?
Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm just a bit surprised by this new tactic you have here. So you think you're going to get me to fold by asking that? You will go to those lengths in order to not apologize to me then, huh?
That's not it. I actually want a divorce now, and that's why I'm asking for one. And that's why I want you home early tonight so that we can talk about it.
Freaking idiot. Why do I have to be the one to listen to your selfish requests now?
My selfish requests? You think that me asking for a divorce now is selfish?
All right. We can stop talking about it now. I'm sure you don't actually want a divorce from me, right? I thought that you were going to apologize to me today, but instead you were going to try playing that stupid game with me?
Jared, I have put a lot of thought into our relationship and everything, and I've come to the conclusion that I want a divorce. This is not about me wanting you to forgive me or about me wanting to break you. I don't think I can be around you anymore, and that's why I want this divorce now. A tactic? Saying that I'm being selfish by saying things like this? Stop thinking things like that and get real with me, please.
I'm not coming home tonight.
What?
I'm going to be exhausted from working, and I don't want to be coming home to you talking like a complete maniac.
You can at least come home and discuss this with me, right? I really want to get a divorce from you.
Shut up with it already. Why do I have to be the one to do as you ask? I can choose when I want to be home whenever I want.
Please, Jared, I want a divorce, so please do that for me.
Are we done here yet? Getting a divorce wouldn't just become a problem for us. At our wedding, all our friends and family came to celebrate our marriage with us. Do you want all of them to feel bad for wasting their time celebrating us by having a divorce? My parents have done so much for you as well. Ugh. You must want to make my parents upset now as well. You want them to be sad.
Even if they do become saddened by a divorce, I don't want that for them, and I don't want to continue with this marriage. I can't. If things keep going the way they're going, I am going to go crazy.
I'm going to act like I never heard any of this from you.
Why? You don't love me anymore either, right? You don't like any of the things I do, and you're always blaming me for everything. So let's just get all of this over with and have this divorce.
I have no idea what you're talking about. How about you take the night to calm yourself down? And if you're still going on about wanting a divorce tomorrow, then I'm not going to go easy on you. I do not want a divorce here. I'm not going to have some useless woman ruining my image by getting a divorce from me. No way in hell. I'm coming home now. Get dinner and a bath ready for me.
You must think you deserve everything, don't you?
Huh? What is with you this time? Why are you talking to me that way? You think that after trying to threaten me with a divorce, you can start acting tough?
Why don't you want a divorce?
A woman who can never live her life without me in it wants to divorce me? How the hell is a useless housewife like you ever going to be able to live in this world when you have experienced nothing? You really have nothing in that skull of yours. Go take a trip to the hospital, would you? I'm telling you that all you need to do is shut up and do as I say.
The only one in need of a checkup by the doctor is you. Who do you think it is that's been allowing you to have a good life?
What is with you right now? Why are you acting like you're so amazing now? Do you really want to make me furious? If I were to really get mad right now, do you know what would happen? You better stop this crap right now.
Nothing's going to happen when you get mad. You are far too old now to be acting like such a bully.
Huh? You better stop that right now. Is this the way you think you can talk to the man of the house now? The one that's been bringing in the money and everything?
I happen to be your mother, though. So you'd better cut that crap right now before I get your dad here. I want you to tell me what the hell is going on here. Jared, you explain yourself to me right now.
Huh? Mom? This is Camilla's phone number though, right? Are you trying to act like a mom right now? To try and scare me into submission now? All you do is the most unnecessary crap, and it's really going to bite you in the butt soon.
This is your real mother. I just happened to borrow this phone from Camilla is all. Right now, I've been with her, listening to everything she's had to tell me about this divorce she's been wanting.
Is this really my mom?
I already told you. I'm the only one that happens to know about all your bedwetting problems from when you were in middle school, right? And I'm the one that knows your first love was Rachel. But she ran away from you soon after you both started dating, and you cried all night about it, right?
All right. So this means Camilla's with you right now.
Yes, she came over to our house. Camilla sent me a message a little while before. She told me she wanted to come over and explain why she wanted a divorce from you all of a sudden. I was shocked to see her in such a rough shape talking to me about it. I had thought the both of you were doing so well together, but that doesn't seem to have been the case.
Mom, you have it all wrong here. Camilla is full of problems. And because of that, no matter what I have her do, she fails at it. So recently, we've just had a small fight over that.
What about her wanting a divorce is some small fight to you? She's shown me all the messages that you've both been sending back and forth. From what I've seen from the past few months, you seem to be the only one getting upset about things. Camilla is way too kind of a woman for someone like you to be acting that way. I think Camilla is far too good to be with someone as toxic as you. You divorce her right now.
But I don't think that Camilla really wants to get a divorce from me. She just doesn't have her head on straight.
Camilla has been thinking about divorce for a long time now, Jared. She was trying to think of ways to get your relationship back to the way it was before getting married. And she tried thinking of ways to get you to understand her feelings.
So she's been talking about divorce now to try and get me to listen to her. You don't have to worry about it anymore because it's all just empty threats from her. This was just a fight, and I can get her to stop all that.
We are far past you fixing anything anymore, Jared. No matter how many times she's tried to work things out with you. You've gone back to blaming her for all your problems. Making her apologize to you for everything, even though she's not the one to blame. I think she's had enough of all that, and that's why she wants the divorce now. So you stop trying to act like she's just bluffing and take her seriously now.
But it's no joke. She is to blame for a lot that's going wrong in my life. She never seemed to be thankful for all the work I do, and all the money I allow her to use. All she does is talk back to me and forces me to get my blood pressure up. And what makes all this worse is that she's a housewife, but never seems to do any of the chores right. I have every right to be pissed at her, and you should know that.
Well then, if she's not good enough for you, then why not get a divorce? You don't want her as your wife anymore, right? Every day you're complaining about her like you want her to stay away. So if you're going to keep doing that, then a divorce is the best thing for you.
No. I think I could do something about her before we have to start thinking about divorce. All couples have their fights every once in a while, right?
I don't think any of this has been a fight between you two, and that's why I want you and her to get this divorce. From what I can tell, you just like to be in control. You think that just because she's the wife, and she does all the chores at home, you can rule over her as though you're a king or something? Is she a peasant to you? Or worse yet, is she your slave?
That's not how I think of her.
It's because of her that you're able to come home to a clean house with food on the table and a bath ready for you every day, right? I remember back when you lived with your father and I here, you would never do the chores, and when you graduated college, you never gave us any money for letting you stay longer. And when I would stop doing your chores for you to see what would happen, your room would instantly turn into a mess, and you never cleaned any of your clothes.
That was back when I was young, Mom. Right now, that has nothing to do with who I am.
Oh, I think it does, Jared. The only reason you have a clean and spotless house with your bedding and clothing cleaned every day is because of Camilla. If it wasn't for her, you'd be living in a pigsty, eating takeout all day long. But since you haven't seemed to thank her for any of that, then I think it's best that you both do get this divorce.
Mom, can you give the phone to Camilla? I want to have a little talk with her.
I can do that. But I'm going to make sure she can get this divorce. So don't expect her to listen to any more of your complaints. And you sure won't have your father or I listening to them anymore either. We are both supporting her through this now.
I already told you this, but she doesn't have her head on straight. I'm sure that after talking things through with her, she'll understand and calm down again.
Jared, your mom gave me my phone back.
Camilla, I think you're taking things way too far here. Don't you feel a little stupid getting my parents wrapped up in this fight now?
You were the one that said it to me, right? If we get a divorce, we'd be disappointing everyone, right? So I came to their house to apologize for what's going to happen.
But you and I haven't even had a chance to talk things through yet. It's a bit messed up of you to go to them about this before coming to your own husband, right?
Who was the one that decided not to come home when I asked to have a talk? I asked you to come home right after work to talk about the divorce, right? But you just kept saying that I was being the selfish one. You were the one that chose not to listen to me, and instead of coming home to figure things out with me, you ran.
I get it, all right? I'll talk with you about it now. So, can you come back to the house now?
I'm not going back there. The next time I'm over there will be my last, and it will be when I come and grab all my things. I've had enough of you, Jared. It's over.
Camilla, what's happened to you? Before all this, you would do everything in your power to listen to and do what I asked, right? That's why you and I have been doing so well together thus far, right?
I was only biting my tongue while doing all you asked me to do in order to keep our marriage going. But now I've realized that every day you and I have been married, things have only gotten worse and worse for me. When we first started living together, you never blamed me for anything, but would just comment. And back then, I thought you commenting on what I did was totally acceptable. But things only got worse, and you started to comment more. And then those turned into complaints. And now they are just you blaming me and threatening me. It's been so long since I had last had a breath of fresh air.
If you had such a problem with me talking to you like that, then you should have told me sooner.
I think I have been telling you, though. But you'd just say that I was talking back to you, and then you'd only get more upset. And you would stay upset with me until I came and apologized to you. At first, I would apologize to you to get you to stop acting like a brat, but I can't do that anymore. I hate it. I've finally come around to thinking that you and I can't be together anymore.
I'll apologize to you for that. So just come home to me now. From now on, I'll try to listen to you a bit more, okay? We're totally fine, and we'll make things right.
We have no reason to make things right now. You've already gone and shown me the true person you are, and there is no going back from that now. My heart is broken from the sight of the true you, and you cannot fix that anymore. I don't want to be around the people that hurt me in this way.
But I don't hate you, Camilla. I married you because you were so kind and always thought about me no matter what. That's the Camilla I loved.
In other words, you liked having a woman around you that would never talk back to you and do as you said. That's how it's always been with me, right? And another thing. The only reason you don't actually want a divorce is because you don't want your image being ruined by a divorce from a bad wife. I can't believe I ever married a man as shallow as you. Only concerned about his own image and his own life.
Wrong. That's not right at all. I married you because I love you. Hey, Camilla, is there something you want?
Huh? What's this about?
If you come home to me right now, I'll take you out and buy whatever you want. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll buy it. Even your favorite brands that I normally say no to.
What are you going on about, Jared? Please stop messing with me like that, all right? You are not going to change my mind by buying me the things I want.
I'm not messing with you, though. I just want you to realize that I'll do anything for you. I feel sorry for what's happened here. I should have been listening to you more, and I want to start doing that now.
It's too late.
I will do anything and everything you ask of me, though. I want to show you that I can be just as kind as you are. So if there is ever anything you want from me, tell me. I promise I will always be kind to you from now on.
Well, if that's what you promise, then I want you to sign the divorce papers. Because the only thing I want right now is for you and I to become strangers again. I am tired of having to apologize to you every day over nothing. And I'm sick of having to act like there is nothing wrong with you. You continued to say that I was useless and stupid. So I'd like to take this opportunity and give you a chance to find a better wife for yourself. From there, I was able to get that divorce I'd been wanting from my husband. I was a little worried that at some point the wedding would be put on hold by him, but after having both his parents tear him a new one, he was left crying and with nothing else to do besides sign the papers and hand them in for me. At the office where Jared had been working for a while now, rumors began to spread about how he was not a good husband to his wife, and that he needed to take some classes in ethics or something. Apparently the last time he had some of his coworkers over to the house, he introduced me to them by laughing about how awful of a wife I was, and nitpicked all the things he didn't like about me. And after they started to drink, he would only become worse when talking about me. But due to all that talking and complaining from him about his wife, his coworkers really did start to have doubts about him being a proper husband, or man at that. And that's where the rumors began. As of right now, having gone back to the life of being a single man, Jared has not bothered to do any of his chores, and his house has turned into one huge trash heap. After the divorce, Jared has really been having a hard time at both work and in his private life. And a little while later, he sent me one text as an apology message for all he'd done to me. But I really do not ever want to be around him or even hear from him again. So I went and changed my phone number. I really don't care about what happens to him anymore now, since he's no longer my husband. But I do hope that the next woman he finds, he doesn't treat the way he treated me. Right now, I'm back at my parents' house and have been getting back to work. saving up money so that I can one day start living on my own again. Luckily, thanks to Jared's parents, they both forced him to give me a lot of money in the divorce. And so for a little while, I don't have to be super stressed about my financial situation. I think while I'm getting back out there with work and everything, I'm going to take it slow, in order to let my heart heal. Then, once my heart is healed up, and I've started to work full-time, I'm going to find my own place and live the life I've started to want. As a single woman, of course.